Alrighty, welcome back to Final Fantathon, our quest to casually let's play every mainline Final Fantasy game, plus some bonuses. Thank you all so much for being here. I gotta say, listen, last week when we started this playthrough was like one of the most fun times I've had in a long time. Seriously, like just playing this game, just talking about the cutscenes, talking about the memes, talking about why I love the game so much, listening to some of the comments about why other people had struggled with it. It's just been so much fun. So thanks to everyone who was here last week. Thanks to everyone that's here this week. Thanks to everyone that commented on the last episodes. I appreciate it a lot. I read all of them. They were all really interesting. One thing I did want to clear up before we start, because I realized I didn't really talk about it too much last week. I mentioned it, but I didn't really go into depth, and some people might not know. So, this game originally released in Japan, and then shortly after released in North America. And those two versions are, for what I understand, pretty much the same. I don't think there's much difference, other than the language. But then, when it released in Europe, there was actually a huge change, which is weird. That's not very common. Usually, the European versions, they get swapped to PAL, and they might change the frame rate to better match their games over there. But other than that, there's not usually a huge change between the North American and Europe version. This game is a huge outlier. There was a huge change from this version to the European version. In the European version, there's a whole extra post-game added with the Dark Aeons. And the Dark Aeons are one of the best post-game experiences you can ever experience in a video game. Like, bar none, it's incredible how much work they actually put into the Dark Aeon mechanic. You have to practically master the sphere grid just to have a chance to beat them. So it's a really, really cool part of the game that unfortunately we're missing because we're playing the original North American version. If you play the remaster, the PS4, PS3, PC... Did it come out on PS3? PC remaster, the Dark Aeons are in there. So if you played that version, you saw them, and you're probably going to be wondering, why are they not in this version? That's why. So, we do not have the Dark Aeons. We still have the Monster Arena. We still have the post-game with, the Celestial Weapons and the mini-games and all that. But specifically the Dark Aeons, and then the final super boss do not exist in this version. So, just to clear that up, because I mentioned it, but I didn't really go into depth about it, and I'm sure there's a lot of people that don't know that. A lot of my audience is European, so a lot of you guys probably just played it with the Dark Aeons and never knew that the North American version didn't have them. So, yeah. And we're starting to get some of our, actual enemies that are interesting now.
Newbie here.
Sorry. Newbie here.
Don't strain yourself. I'll handle the bird.
There are so many voice lines in this game, with the characters interacting with each other, that I still hear new ones. I'm not even sure I've ever heard that one. That's one thing I really like about the game. I'm always hearing new voice lines. Anyone thirsty? So, yeah, I wanted to clear that up. And then the other thing I wanted to say, I wanted to start today off with a question. Why am I walking to the right? Game? Oh no. Is my controller finally dying? So, I wanted to start today with a question for you guys in Twitch chat, but specifically YouTube. I'd love to hear your comments on this, because some people were talking about it a bit in the previous episodes. I wanted to talk about the intro of the game. So, if you remember last week, I said that I was going to skip the intro movie because it was spoilery, and then I started the game, and it plays that cutscene anyways. I had forgotten that that plays that cutscene when you start the game. And that cutscene is unskippable. It always plays when you start the game. And it shows off, I'm pretty sure, the entire party. and kind of spoils some stuff. It spoils like the location you're in, kind of, if you can tell where it is. It spoils what the party looks like. It spoils some of the like emotions that the party's having at the time. And I was curious as to why you think Square Enix decided to include that cutscene. I heard a couple different answers. People were just kind of talking back and forth about it. But I'm interested to hear what you think. I really don't know. I've been thinking about it all week, and I'm really not sure why they decided to put that cutscene in at the very start of the game, because there's got to be a reason. Like, there's got to be a specific reason as to why, because they knew it was spoilery, so it must have been important to them enough to where they were okay spoiling a bit for some reason. It might have been to set the tone, it might have been to, like, interest you in what's to come. I don't feel like this game is necessarily slow at the start, so I don't think it was like, hey guys, it's kind of slow at the start, but look what it's going to be later. Like, I don't think they were trying to like hype us up for the future or anything, because the intro is very interesting in this game. Like the beginning of this game is in my opinion action-packed enough to where I'm not bored with it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to hear what you think. I really don't. I can't point at one thing to be like, this is definitely why they included it. So yeah, I'd be interested to hear. I think Arco has a good point. Like, they're trying to anchor that moment so that when you see it the second time, it means more, because that's one of the most like epic parts of the game, is like what happens right after that cutscene. You can almost say that cutscene is like a climax. It's not really, but it's up there with like, because the scene after that is big. So maybe they're just trying to like anchor that in your brain, so when you see it the second time, you're like super focused on it. The intro is skippable, just have to press select and start until the screen fades to black. Huh. I never noticed that. That's certainly not something you would know when you first start the game, though, and then at that point you'd already be spoiled. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention too, the international version also has the expert sphere grid. And this version does not. Some people are asking me, like, did he go with the expert sphere grid? I literally can't. Doesn't exist in this version. The scene with the blitzball in the ship is in this version, Broken Clock, but you did the same thing that I do a lot. That first boat ride, you see the ball on the floor and you think that's when you get jack shot. It's not, it's later. That's kind of a debate. If you've played the game before and then you see that, you're like, oh, this is the part, but it's not till later. Yeah, I do the same thing. Every time I'm like, oh, this is why I gotta do the thing, and then it's actually later. Smack. I hate how the characters sometimes yell at you for attacking the wrong enemies, but it's like, what else am I gonna do? Just stand there? Like, I'm not defending. I'm gonna attack no matter what. Defending is for babies. How's it going, Lord Shadow? Lag! There's a couple parts in this game that lag quite a bit.
You guys are toast.
You guys are toast.
Ha. Oh yeah. It's over.
It's all. Yeah, that's so weird. I actually kind of want to look at that. I've never known that. Again, like, it doesn't really change the question because you wouldn't know to do that the first time you played the game. But that's really weird that you can do that. Because, like, the whole thing with Final Fantasy X that's been known about for a long time is you can't skip any of the cutscenes. And it makes the speed run, like, super long, and it makes additional playthroughs a bit long too.
Focus on the fight.
It's probably one of the only well, I shouldn't say that. There's a lot of things you can point out with this game, but it's definitely one of my least favorite parts about this game is that it's a PS2 game and you can't skip the cutscenes. With the Final Fantasy like 7, 8, and 9, it's like, okay, those were older games. Skipping cutscenes wasn't really a thing yet that a lot of games did. But by the time you get to the PS2 era, like, if you have a long RPG with long cutscenes, it is really nice to have that skip cutscene feature for second, third, fourth playthroughs.
Aeons!
Just who do you think you are?
There's a lot of talking in these first couple fights. It goes down later, but
It's over.
they're still trying to, like, teach you to use the right characters, so they chat a lot.
Piece of cake.
Aeon! I got a, arm guard. Ooh! I will say, Kimahri starts with Sensor and Piercing, so he is actually kind of useful at the start. He has two things that no one else has. It's a shame that doesn't last very long, but they tried their best to make him useful at the start. You got this, Kimahri. Burn. Okami's 15-minute intro is unskippable, yeah. Yeah, I feel like PS2 is probably about the time where I'm like, okay guys, can we skip things, please? How's it going, Roman?
I'm ready.
You have Prey yet? No. Whack him. Yeah. Consider yourself whacked. I tell you what, I feel like every Final Fantasy game, your magic caster is like super OP at the start, and Final Fantasy X is no exception. Magic is always way stronger than everyone else at the start. I believe there's one more chest I didn't get. Somebody pointed out one annoying thing about the whole character change mechanic thing is you have to bring a character in and have them do some kind of action for them to get experience. And that can get kind of annoying later if you're trying to level up multiple people. You have to, like, bring him in and smack someone.
Aid us.
Or you can guard, yeah. Alright. We gotta do this just for the meme.
Oh.
Oh.
No good. It's too fast.
Gotta love the Moogle attack.
I can take care of those alone, huh? Take that.
Take that.
I'm on a roll.
That's the only Moogle in the game? Yeah, I believe so. Trying to remember. A lot of the staples are in this game, but Moogles are not.
Oh. These stone steps have a history, you know. Yep.
Wow.
Lord Holland trained here at his peak.
Steps.
A race, huh? Think you can beat me?
I love the... Okay,
If you
okay.
would.
Ready?
Hey!
Ah, huh? Hey!
Huh? I love the Kamari just shakes his head.
Kids. Kids. Kids.
It's one of my favorite lines.
Kids.
I always make sure to do that line. It just doesn't even sound like her. It's like, almost sounds like someone else said it. Such a weird line.
Go! Everyone, quick! Sin spawn!
I actually really like this boss. It's a really cool boss for early in the game. She has like a really cool mechanic. It's the first like complicated boss you fight. Really? Oh yeah.
Its tentacles absorb any spells cast at its body.
It's tentacles. Whoa, big damage. Alright, big damage. Yeah, like I said, if there's any pixel remaster to get, 3 is a good choice. Oh my god. Now wait a second. If his tentacles are there, whose tentacles are these? You don't want to know. Alright, go Moogle. You got this. Yeah! Got him. Oh boy, it's time. Alright, I have no idea which analog stick it is, so this is probably going to go horrible. I think it's... I don't know, maybe I should just spin both of them. No, I'll try. So, I don't know, is it left or right? I think it's right. I think it's right. And I think it's clockwise. Alright, here we go. Got 8. Pretty pretty good. And now my hand will never recover. Also, Green Spectre, thank you so much for the 11 months, by the way. On spring break, nice. Yeah, my hand already hurts after doing that once. Probably never doing that again. Oh God. I couldn't even imagine doing that on Switch. That sounds horrific. Think Moogle could finish him? About to find out. Go Moogle! Yeah! Gotta wait for him to come back before he can die. Moogle's like, I did this. I saved the world. It was all me. What is the beverage of the day? Coffee. Frog coffee.
Yeesh.
Sorry about that. Hope to break you in a little slower.
Being a guardian's tiring.
You handle yourself pretty well. You got talent.
Hey. So, what are these sin spawn anyway?
Fiends. They fall from Sin's body and are left behind in its wake.
Leave him alone and Sin comes back for him. You gotta be quick.
That moment when Wakka told me I had talent in battle, I think that was when I started seriously considering becoming a guardian.
We got lots of levels. Yeah, see, I definitely wait way too long to do sphere levels. I always have. But I mean, since I've done challenge runs of the game where I haven't even touched the sphere grid at all,
So,
I'm fine with it.
They
But
got fiends in Xanarkand too.
constantly opening it up is
It's
annoying.
a big deal when one shows up, though. Hey, since when have you believed me about Xanarkand anyway?
I've been thinking. Maybe people Sin gets to don't die. Maybe Sin carries them through time. Like 1,000 years through time. And then one day, maybe they just pop back, see?
Amazing. Simply amazing. You make up one theory after another, refusing to face the simple truth. Sin didn't take Chappu anywhere. Sin crushed him and left him on the Jose shore. Your brother won't just pop back. Oh, and one more thing. No matter how much you want it, no one can take Chappu's place. No one can replace Sir Jekt, for that matter. And there's no replacement for Lord Braska, either. It's pointless to think about it. And sad.
The way he just sits down halfway through that. Just,
I could never be what Chappu was.
man.
Well, stuff happens. Best not to worry.
Wakka, Lulu, and Wakka's brother, Chappu. Something had happened between them a long time ago. I was sure of it. Well, whatever it was none of my business, that's for sure. Best not to go there.
The way he just sits down like, okay. Jeez. Yeah, that was some nice investigative work, for sure. That cutscene had such a weird angle because this woman looked way taller than him, but they're the same height. Makes you kind of nervous, yeah? I heard famous people come here. Where could they be? Wow. Okay.
You here to pray for victory too?
Us? Pray? Who needs to pray? The Luca goers always win.
Oh yeah? Then why you here?
We've been praying for some competition this year.
So what's your goal this time? You gonna do your best again? Ha! It's too bad your best isn't good enough. Why even bother showing up?
This time, we play to win.
Ooh, play away. Just
Play
remember,
away.
even kids can play, boys.
See you in the finals.
Dude, I love the goers.
We'll beat them. We have to.
You know that team?
Putting people down. They're as bad as my old man.
But Sir Jecht was a kind and gentle man.
Well, not my Jecht. Even 10 years after he left, just thinking about my old man got me angry. But maybe that was just my way of keeping him... Nah.
Nah. I love the use of the goers in this game. Just the absolute Chad jerks. You just want to like beat them so bad. And what's great is like you don't, you know, it's up to you whether or not you beat them or not. They're the epitome of like those guys that never graduated high school. Like they did, but they didn't. You know what I mean? They're still living in high school 15 years later. I know the type. Yep, they peaked in high school, so they never left. Their name is so perfect too, because it's like the stupidest name ever. The Goers. We go.
Please, let Wakka's prayers be heard.
Please, let him win a single blitzball game.
I think Wakka needs to do a little more praying.
Lord O'Holland, guide our feet.
Just one win.
A summoner, are you?
The way she turns her head there is like really creepy.
My name is Yuna, from the Isle of Besaid.
Donna? So, you're High Summoner Braska's daughter. That's quite a name to live up to. My. And all these people are your guardians? My, what a rabble. As I recall, Lord Braska had only 2 guardians. Quality over quantity, my dear. Whatever were you thinking? I have need of only 1 guardian. Right, Bartello?
I only have as many guardians as there are people I can trust. I trust them all with my life. To have so many guardians is a joy and an honor. Even more so than being my father's daughter. Of course, I would never think of questioning your ways either. So, Lady Donna, I ask of you, please leave us in peace.
You do what you want, but
Absolutely trash candor. I freaking love that line. Like, get decimated.
Guardian is someone a summoner can rely on. Someone she can trust with her life. I wondered, did Yuna feel that way about me? What's she smiling about?
That's so... That's so freaking, like, relatable. Just... What is she smiling about? Oh, Tidus, you're so blind.
The faith is below. Let's do it.
The faith?
But first, the Cloister of Trials. Kamari, Wakka, ready?
Strength, everyone.
This is great.
Whoa. Ah! Hey, what gives?
The way he just...
You're not a guardian yet.
We'll be back as soon as we can, okay?
Oh, sure. Soon. Like tomorrow soon, I bet.
Yeah, what is Tidus supposed to do? Like, there aren't even, like, houses by this temple. It's by a forest. He's supposed to become a blitzball.
Where's Yuna?
Ooga booga, that way.
Then why are you here?
Hey, I'm not a guardian, so I'm not supposed to go in, right?
Not a guardian, you say?
Hey, wait! Ah, let me go!
I always love that because he just kind of slowly picks him up.
Hey!
Like a little baby.
What's a big idea?
Doesn't even fight it.
Just a little game.
Huh? This is bad. Really bad.
Well, the elevator only goes down, it never goes back up, so I guess we'll just go into the temple. Everyone knows elevators only go down, so...
Come on, go up! Go up!
Yeah, this part's kind of weird. It's like, we couldn't have Tidus go into the temple because he's not a guardian yet, but we still want you to do the puzzle, so I guess we'll just make him go.
Only guardians allowed. And I'm sure no guardian. Well, I guess it's too late now.
Not really. You can just wait in that room. Also, I think the other party sucks at solving puzzles because none of this is solved. Why is this shirt so short yet also a hoodie? The thing that bothered me as a kid are the legs. It always bothered me that his one pant leg is longer than the other. I don't know why, but that just irks me every time I looked at it. Now I'm used to it, so I don't even think about it, but... as a kid, that always bothered me. I'm like, why would you want that? He's just aerodynamic. Can you push this one? It's a huge leg. It's to cover up his huge leg muscles. I don't remember most of these puzzles, so it should be fun to do them again. I mean, I remember them somewhat, but... these early ones are a lot of just place spheres in different spots and see what happens. Wataru, they give the gifted sub to Couple with Cat. I appreciate it. For some reason, this glyph looks like a smiley face and makes me happy. I remember I'm supposed to push this through here, but I don't remember where it goes. I just remember having to do this. There's a spot on the ground. This goes, yeah, over there. Yeah, I want to try to do all the secret items. But I need to be careful because I don't remember if any of them are missable. So I'm kind of trying to do everything on everything. I think I remember. Here's the destruction sphere. The destruction sphere is almost always what you need for the secret. I think if I put the destruction sphere in here and then plop this in place, this might do a thing. No. Yeah, I need a Cloister sphere. I know I need a Cloister sphere for the last door. And now I need a destruction sphere. Blee, 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 blue. I would prefer that we keep it spoiler free in terms of like the story, just so that people watching for the first time can experience the story. But if there's any like mechanical stuff you want to talk about, you can. I'd still rather you not backseat, so I can play the game. But you know, if there's something interesting you want to point out, feel free. We're going to be a lot more lax this playthrough because I've played through 10 many times. Like, these puzzles, I don't necessarily completely remember, so I'd like to do them myself, unless I ask. I like this version of the hymn.
It was Donna and that big musclehead man.
Yuna will be the one to suffer the consequences.
What consequences?
She could be excommunicated. Just wait.
So what's in there anyway?
The faith, remember?
Oh yeah, that thing, right.
The Faith are people who gave their lives to battle sin. Yevon took their souls, willingly given from their still living bodies.
Huh?
Now they live forever, trapped in statues. But when a summoner beckons, the souls of the Faith emerge once again. That's what we call an Aeon.
All that in this room? So what's Yuna doing in there?
She prays with all her heart for a way to defeat sin.
Let's go on Hazard. Why doesn't he know about the sending in the far plane? What happened to souls 1,000 years ago when people died? Did the function of life and death in the universe change drastically over that time? I don't know. It's a good question. Let's go on Werewolf. Have you heard about the whole Seymour thing in the first temple you are in, and why he is the way he is? I feel like I have, but let me play through the game again and then I can bring that back up.
The chamber beyond is a sacred place. Only summoners may enter.
What? Even Guardians can't go?
It's taboo.
It's taboo.
Oh.
Just wait.
How's it going, Mav? Honestly, I think she just goes in there and gets drunk. She always walks out like she's drunk.
There was something I didn't tell anyone else that day. That song we heard there, in the temple, I knew it from my childhood. It was proof that Spira and Xanarkin were connected. Somehow. At least to me it was. Maybe that's why suddenly I felt like I just wanted to go home. I tried to say something to tell them, but the words wouldn't come.
Ifrit. I like the way he says, I tried to tell him, but the words wouldn't come. Where's TBN? Remember that
I thought
time
I
I
had
was
put my
famous?
feelings for Xanarkin behind me.
A little dance he does.
But they were there, and they grew inside me bigger and bigger, till I was just about ready to burst.
It's Tidus time. Thank you, comrade.
Are you okay?
I don't know.
What do you want to do?
To scream real loud.
What do you want to do? Yeah, I like that part a lot. It's a great like look into Tidus's personality. It's like he's gotta do what he's gotta do. He's gotta scream. He gonna scream.
Let's do it! Ha!
Booyah!
Booyah.
Woohoo!
Woohoo! Thanks so much, comrade. Yo, how's it going, RJP? Lag.
See ya!
I feel like I never realized how much I like the Final Fantasy X battle music. Whenever we talk about the best battle music in the series, I never talk about 10, but I find myself always singing it. 9 is by far my favorite regular battle music. But, yeah, I'd usually say, like, 9 is up there, 7 is up there, a couple of the retros are up there, but I never really mentioned 10, and I probably should more often, because I really like it. I think I'm just too enthralled with the rest of the soundtrack, because 10 is one of my favorite soundtracks overall. There's just so many other amazing songs, I don't even think about the battle music. Yuna looks kind of goofy sitting on that barrel. She looks like a little child.
Off to Luca at last. The matches start soon as we get there, so rest up on the way, yeah?
Let's go, boat time. She looks shorter than the barrel. Or she looks shorter on the barrel, yeah. She like the way she was sitting was just kind of awkward. Whenever you sit on something and your feet aren't touching the ground, you look like really short. Really underrated song. Final Fantasy VI Fierce Battle is so good, dude. But I was just talking about regular battle music. But yeah. I only played 6 for the first time for Fantathon, and yet that song is already like top 3 boss musics for me. I think if I had played it as a kid, it might be my favorite of all time. Ah, you're kind of cute too. Want to have some fun? Excuse me, Bulgaria? Wanna say that again? Come again? Hey, look who it is.
They ask a fortune for rags in Besaid and Kilika. Well, me business is in shambles. What's an Wakka to do, I ask ye? You mind spotting me some gill again, lad? Make it up to ye, that I will.
It might not mean much, but good luck in the tournament.
Thanks, Luzu. Luzu, good guy.
Some people can be so rude.
Can I talk to... Nope. Yeah, we played Lost Odyssey for a fan day, and very, very possible Let's Play of the future, because I really enjoyed playing it. It was really unique and fun. Is that Yzma and Kronk?